Hello guys, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Talk to Your Midwife session. Now, today I'm here to discuss about something people have not been taking keen of which I am very sure it has been affecting a lot of people. Now, we have a lot of couples out there, or a lot of women out there, who are at a period where they can conceive and give birth, but they are not doing so. Some of them are getting very frequent miscarriages. Once you conceive, you miscarriage after like 2-3 weeks or even seven, at most 7 weeks. You carry a pregnancy not more than 3 months, and you wonder what is not happening. Is it that God has not yet it is not yet God's time to grant you a child or not? Some of the people are not yet still conceiving, and you wonder what could have happened with your body. One thing that is causing a lot of miscarriages, which people might not understand, is the Rhesus Incompatibility. Now, I'm here to discuss about Rhesus Incompatibility and how it can cause some miscarriages, and maybe once you try to conceive some years to come or some days after, you find yourself having or getting miscarriages without any other medical condition. Now, Rhesus incompatibility is something that should be managed once you get your first pregnancy. Whether you will give birth to a child, or you'll carry that first pregnancy to the end, or even whether you will abort that child. Most of the people who are rhesus negative and are married or had sex with rhesus positive men will end up getting something we call sensitization. When I am a rhesus negative, I'm rhesus negative as a woman, and then I carry a rhesus positive baby, what the body will do, or what will happen is, me who is rhesus negative, my body will produce things that are called antibodies. These are like policemen, and then this rhesus positive baby, which is in me, in my body, will be recognized as foreign. Or these policemen, which are antibodies in my body, these policemen in my body will recognize this baby or this baby's blood system as thieves. And what will a police do to a thief? A police, or to a criminal, when a police sees a criminal, or when a police sees a thief, what he will do is he will attack this thief. And this is what happens. So my body system, once I carry a pregnancy of a baby who is a blood group positive, what my body will do, it will produce antibodies, and these antibodies will end up fighting this unborn baby. And this only happens when there will be a chance of my blood mixing together with the baby's blood. When the baby is being when the baby develops, when the baby is made and the baby is developing, the baby forms his or her own blood cells and blood vessels and everything in blood. So what happens when maybe me as a woman, as a pregnant woman, I have trauma, or maybe I am doing an abortion, then because it is not well done, the abortion is maybe done in the traditional way. The abortion is not well done. The blood in the baby, or in the uterus, in where the baby is, that blood mixes with my blood. My policemen, my antibodies in my blood will go and fight this child, and then my body now will be sensitized. That is what we call sensitization. It will be sensitized. What do I mean in simpler words? That this policeman that my body is producing will now know that next time such a thing happening, already these policemen have seen the face or have known how this thief or this criminal is. So next time when you meet them, when this policeman meets this criminal, such a criminal, he will already be ready to attack the criminal because he already knows that this is a criminal. So what will happen? Maybe I carry this first pregnancy, and because it was an unwanted pregnancy, I abort my pregnancy, and my blood mixed with the baby's blood. My body becomes sensitized. So what will happen? Next time I conceive, maybe I was not married by then. So once I get married and I try to conceive, I conceive another rhesus positive baby. Once I conceive another rhesus positive baby, this policeman will see this rhesus positive baby as a criminal, and these antibodies or this policeman will now wake up and start fighting this pregnancy, and I will end up getting a miscarriage because the antibodies, my body is sensitized, meaning my body's antibodies are ready to fight this rhesus positive baby. So once I get another pregnancy which is carrying a rhesus positive baby, my antibodies from my blood will fight that pregnancy and I will miscarriage. Whatever will happen next, once I carry a rhesus positive baby again, I will get a miscarriage, and that we it I will just be getting miscarriages. And in the villages, people might say that, oh, you see, it is because she was married by someone whose parents did not consent, or maybe it is because she is a Luo, she was married to a Kamba, and according to our family lineage, this should never happen. No, some people will look for so many misconceptions to explain why you are having a miscarriage, but it is because you are not sure. But what if you had gone to the hospital and during history taking, you told your midwife or you told your doctor what you had done previously, and you get tested of your blood group and they realize that you are rhesus, your blood group has rhesus negative, then the doctors will be able to take you to a process which will make your body not sensitized, so that in case you in future you get a pregnancy of a rhesus positive baby, you will not have a miscarriage. So what is done, because we have a lot of rhesus negative women married to rhesus positive men, and they are still giving birth even to 5 kids. So what do we do? Here is what we do. Once you realize that you're pregnant, you go to the hospital and you start your ANC clinic. The first day of the ANC clinic, what we do some several blood tests. And one of the blood tests is we test your blood group. Each time you get pregnant, we have to test your blood group, and during the blood group testing, that is when we also test your rhesus. So you will have a blood group O with a positive or negative, blood group AB positive or negative, blood group A, blood group B, whichever blood group it is, but it has to have a rhesus, whether rhesus negative or rhesus positive. Now when we find that you are rhesus negative, and also maybe we test your husband, or maybe you already have a history of your husband and your husband is rhesus positive, that means it is dangerous for you too. It will be quite dangerous for the baby that you'll be carrying. So what we will do, we have something we call the rhesus, the anti-D. Anti-D now, anti-D, I don't know whether to use this example, or let me just use it so that we can well understand. It's so unfortunate that I have to use the example, but you have seen what people do when maybe you are a driver, then on the way you're caught up by a policeman or a policewoman, and then they want to take you in, and you're like, no, let me give you something, okay, if it's 100 bob, 200 bob, some note, you drop a note to them, then you just go, you're released. So this anti-D is like that bribe, that note that you drop for the police or woman or policeman. So this anti-D, we give it to you, to the mother, so that we want to cool down this policeman. these antibodies that are being produced by your body. So we give you an anti-D injection so that it tells the antibodies or the policemen in your body that, okay, this is a foreign thing that is developing in this body, but it is not harmful. So you just need to get used to it and just cool down. Do not attack it. So this is what anti-D will do, basically do. So at 28 weeks, we will give you an injection of the anti-D so that we are not only protecting this pregnancy that you're carrying, the current pregnancy, but we are also protecting the other spontaneous pregnancies that you will get, which will have a rhesus positive baby. So we give you an anti-D injection at 28 weeks. Then also at 32 weeks, we repeat another dose of the anti-D, still just to remind the antibodies or the police in your body that this is a body, this is a good thing. The baby that is developing in this body is just calm, is just a good thing. This is not a bad thing. So just keep cool, keep calm, allow it to develop. Then because maybe we've done that antenatally before delivery, we have protected that current pregnancy. Now it is now okay. Then it reaches the time you give birth. Once you give birth, because we are not sure whether when you are in labor or when you are giving birth, we are not sure whether your blood mixed with your baby's blood, because we are not sure of that. So once you deliver, immediately you deliver, we also repeat another dose of anti-D. We inject you another dose of anti-D so that just in case during labor or during delivery there was mixing of your blood and the baby's blood, now we calm the sensitization. We reverse that sensitization. Like we try to also tell the antibodies you don't have to fight, so that next time you get this pregnancy, another pregnancy, it will not be affected. So we give anti-Ds in 3 doses: at 28 weeks, at 32 weeks of gestation, and also immediately after delivery. Or in case you don't get the injection immediately you deliver, we give you an allowance of up to 72 hours. So that is 3 days, yes, up to 72 hours after delivery, so that we can calm your antibodies down, so that next time you're carrying another such a pregnancy, it is not affected. So my key thing here, I wish to insist on people what you should do, because once you're carrying especially the young ladies out there, those who are not yet married, those who are maybe at school, in universities, colleges, you don't even know whether people go for clinics, because when it is an unwanted pregnancy, you will even never mind even starting your clinics. So this is to all women, and we need to inform others. Once you get this video, you get to watch this video, please inform the other women. Once you realize that you're pregnant, even as a girl, as a young girl, it is an unwanted pregnancy, you want even to abort, make sure that you know your blood group, for the safety of your next future, for the safety of your next pregnancies that you will carry. Once you know your blood group, even before that abortion, even immediately after an abortion, you do an abortion immediately. You are a rhesus negative mother, you do an abortion, or rhesus negative girl, you do an abortion, what you should do is you should get an anti-D injection immediately, or even within 72 hours after the abortion. Whether it is an abortion or it is just a miscarriage that has occurred. Once you get that, when you go to the hospital, you get your blood group tested. If it is a blood group rhesus negative, kindly make sure that you get an injection of the anti-D, so that in future when you want to deliver, you conceive, and you want to keep a pregnancy, at least it will not have a lot of issues. So this one is not known to a lot of people. A lot of people might not know, so it is good to note this. And also you see, we have so many things that can cause spontaneous miscarriages. It's not only rhesus incompatibility, but only that this rhesus incompatibility seems to be a major cause of spontaneous miscarriages that women are getting nowadays. So we have various types of various causes of miscarriages, which I will just talk about each and every some other time, but for now it was just about rhesus incompatibility. But I also want to insist this: in case you're not conceiving, you're trying your best, you're not conceiving, and you know, like, you're okay, you have never done an abortion before, you need to visit the health facility, get yourself checked, because also we have so many causes of infertility. Not only that, people believe that once you have had an abortion previously, or maybe many abortions, you might not be able to conceive some other time to come. But somehow that could be wrong, but in a way it is also true, though it depends on how you had your miscarriages, or you had your abortions. So we have so many reasons, so many causes of infertility, and also we have so many causes of miscarriages. So get yourself checked, so that also we don't couples out there, you don't end up complaining to each other, or even divorcing your wife or your husband, thinking that they're the problem. No, we have so many reasons which you might make you not conceive, or even cause a spontaneous miscarriage. So get yourself checked. We also have things that are called we have something called cervical incontinence, where your cervix cannot be able to close completely, making hence when you get pregnant, your pregnancies will always come out, like you will always get miscarriages. That one is beyond you. You might have been created with a cervix that is loose, a cervix that is not fully closed. So that is not your problem. That is not a mistake by your husband or your spouse. No. So those are the things, some things that we need to at least go to a health facility and get full information on them, get checked, so that we don't end up divorcing each other, or end up blaming each other, blaming a woman for infertility or miscarriages, or even blaming a man because, oh, maybe he's not doing this, that's why you can't give us a grandchild. No, we have so many reasons, so many of them, obstetrical, gynecological, and even medical, okay, other than the spiritual and traditional reasons, because we also have those depending on the communities, but the main ones are medical, gynecological, and obstetrical. So for the rhesus incompatibility, I give this forum very open to give views, and also to ask questions. Ask any question about the rhesus incompatibility. And also, something that I don't want to forget: we have said that the problem comes when the woman is rhesus negative and the spouse or the owner of the pregnancy is blood group positive. When you give birth, when you conceive, when you're carrying a pregnancy, whatever happens, you share. So this time you might carry a rhesus negative baby, next time you might carry a rhesus positive baby. But because we cannot know what type of blood group or rhesus you're carrying inside the womb, that is why we are giving you the anti-D, because the baby might have inherited, or the baby might have took the rhesus of the dad. Now, there are those couples who are rhesus negative. The woman is rhesus negative and the man is rhesus negative. For that case, there is no problem, because there is no production of any antibodies, so you are safe. When the man is negative and the woman is negative, it is okay, and you don't have to take the anti-D injection. But in a case where you are not sure, your man is not tested, and you are not sure of his rhesus factor, kindly make sure you get the anti-D injection as a pregnant woman. And also, When you go to the government facilities, the government clinics, they will give everyone. They don't even sit you down and ask you what rhesus factor is your husband. The reason, and we support that, and the reason why we saw it important to give every rhesus negative woman, regardless of the rhesus factor of the husband, is because, mainly because of this reason. Sometimes you might be married, or maybe that is the baby daddy at the pregnant owner at that moment, but maybe some days to come, you maybe do a mistake of sleeping with another man who is maybe positive, because you're just cheating. So you won't concentrate on maybe testing the other person, so you end up carrying a pregnancy of a rhesus positive cheater. Let me call him that, a rhesus positive cheater. And because you don't want your husband to know, you will abort this pregnancy as fast as possible. And also, this time you will not be able to think about, let me go to the hospital, let me get the anti-D injection. No, because you want to get rid of everything. You don't want your husband to know anything. So at that time, you see, you will forget everything. You want to forget everything about this cheating and all that. So, and then you still continue settling in your marriage. But what will happen? Your body maybe has become sensitized at this moment. So when you and your real husband now want to add another child, you conceive again, you miscarriage. You conceive again, you miscarriage. You conceive again, you miscarriage. Because during that cheating, your body got sensitized and you didn't get the anti-D injection. So that is why you're getting these spontaneous miscarriages. You're not getting them as a punishment because you cheated. No, the real reason, the scientific reason, is because at that time you were aborting this. It was a rhesus positive baby, and the time you were aborting it, your body got sensitized. So that is why. So your husband will be wondering, or people out here will be wondering, this woman already has 2 kids. Why is she having spontaneous miscarriages? Why is she not conceiving again? What is not happening? And basically, that is the reason why you might not be able to hold another pregnancy until you get the anti-D injections. Okay, so let us note that, let us be keen on that. You are a girl, you are in a sexual active stage, from teenager and above. Do not go on aborting pregnancies now and then. At least get a baseline test of a blood group, and it is just 200 shillings, of where I'm sure of. So I guess in the government facilities it is less than 200 shillings, because in level 4 private facilities it is 200 shillings. Yeah, that one I'm sure it is around 200 shillings, just testing your blood group. So it is good, get your blood group tested. You as a lady, it is good, from teenager going ahead. If you want to secure your future reproductive health, if you want to secure your future fertility, please, it is good to get your blood group tested. If you're negative, by mistake you conceive and you don't want a pregnancy, you want to abort it, make sure that immediately after the abortion you get the anti-D injection, and this will help you. So it is good, it is an open forum. Ask any question, maybe share your views. And also, let me remind you this, that the anti-D injection is not covered by most of the medical insurances we have in Kenya. So most of the hospitals, the private facilities, even the government facilities, I bet so, most of the facilities you'll have to purchase the anti-D by yourself, and it's around 6,000, 7,000. Yeah, so it is not covered by most of the medical insurances. You will have to cater it for yourself, cash wise. Okay, so it is good, we need to know this, and I hope we have understood this, and I hope we have learned, and let us share our views so that we can learn together. And feel free to talk to your midwife and ask any questions. So thank you, and all the best to our mothers.